everyone, and welcome back. It's Gina from orchidandopal.com, and today I have another package to share from Beading School. You may recall the Preciosa crystal bicone special deal boxes that I had shared a month or so ago. A great way to sample Preciosa if you are looking for a Swarovski alternative. Well, they're back with a new duo of special deals. These are for the high quality Preciosa nacre pearls. I'll leave the link right down below the video that will take you right to these pages. And while prices are quoted in euros, it's super easy to shop Beading School. They do the conversion of whatever currency you're using for you directly on their website. And you can either pick up the two special deals boxes separately, picking one over the other, or you can get them as a bundle, which gets you free shipping, as well as Erika's Versailles earrings beading tutorial, which is a €10 value. So let's go ahead and open up this outer box. All right. And got a free gift here, first of all, some cute little rosette or pom-pom charms. And here are the special deals. So as you can see, the theme for these boxes is Romeo and Juliet. They're going to have two different color combinations or overall color schemes. So from what I understand, Romeo holds the cooler tones and Juliet comes with the more romantic tones, purples, pinks, and reds. Romeo would be more like blues, grays, greens, that kind of thing. So it's kind of like the bicones where you could pick and choose either one, or you could pick these up as a bundle. Each of these boxes, even though they're small, I know they're going to be packed to the brim because I can feel these have some weight to them. And the thing about Preciosa pearls, they're actually made to imitate actual natural pearls, which means they have an actual crystal center. And then they're coated in layers of nacre, which gives them that silky smooth finish and makes them a lot more high quality. You don't see that peeling and flaking that you could see from your lesser quality pearls. And they also have that signature, overall, just slightly more substantial weight. Let's go ahead and start with Romeo, and then we will finish up with Juliet. I'm going to open this for the very first time with you. And from what I understand, there's 330 pearls inside. And by the way, the quantities of these boxes are very limited, and it's not something that they're going to have around for very long. But look already how the pearls are packed in here. There are so many little baggies inside these boxes, and it makes it a great way to sample Preciosa pearls, just like the bicones, where you can get a feel for the different colors and finishes, shapes and sizes all in one box, making it the perfect way to sample this brand if it is newer to you in terms of pearls, and especially if you're used to working with high quality Swarovski pearls, this is probably going to be your next best thing. So I'm going to go ahead and take these items out, and then we'll look at everything up close, going size by size. All right, so we start out with 7 different colors of 4mm round pearls. There's 25 pieces of each for a total of 175 pieces. And what I love about the Romeo color scheme, even though these are the cooler blue and green shades, they have a really woodsy browns included too, which gives me that more fall winter vibe when these are put all together. So that's pretty neat. So let's take a closer look at all of these colors. First of all, we have the round pearl in ceramic gray. You can see that light dove gray. And I will take some of these out. Some I'll just leave in the bag for the purpose of time because we all know what round pearls look like and you can get a good idea of the color very well through the bag. And with these special deals, you're going to get the same type of color scheme. There may be a few swap outs in terms of certain color variations, but it should be very similar to what I'm showing you here. Then the next color we have is the light blue. You can see these have more of that shiny, more pearlescent finish than the gray had. It's a very light, soft, powdery blue. Preciosa also has some of these more pearlescent coatings, like in this choice called pearlescent blue. I'll go ahead and take these out. They're really gorgeous under the light, especially with that pearlescent finish. And you can tell that they have multiple layers of that nacre. These small fragments that you see near the holes of some of these, that's actually pretty common in the very small 4mm pearls in particular. And even though you might get a few little bits like that, they will come off, leaving you these cleaner holes that you can see that a lot of them have. So if you're wondering why, it's just part of the manufacturing process, but those little bits aren't going to flake off big chunks of the coating on the actual pearls. Next up, we have the pearlescent peacock green. This is one of my favorites. This is another one of the pearlescent choices, so it's got that kind of velvety-like finish where it looks a little bit brighter face on, then you get that look of maybe a deeper blue on the outer edges. And we're going to see the larger counterparts of these. We have some 12mm pearls that we'll look at in just a moment in the same particular color. And overall, you get hints of a lot of green, a little bit of blue, and just the slightest bit of purple depending on the light and how it's hitting them. And you can really tell that on the larger size. And then next up we have the sage. You can see with this one, it's got that more solid opaque coating, kind of like that first one, the ceramic gray. Very smooth and glossy, solidly coated green pearls. And then next we have a color they're calling dark green. These definitely have a dark bronzy cast to them, at least under my light. Let's go ahead and take these out. But you can also see the deep olive tone that they have too. These have that satiny finish, as you can see, really deep shade. And then lastly, we have our bronze pearls. So these are in a gorgeous, lighter, like toasted caramel type of shade, and also have that satiny finish. So you can tell just from looking at that selection of 4mm pearls, that sets the color scheme for the Romeo box. They've also included 4 or 5 colors of 6mm round pearls. There's 20 pearls in each bag for 80 to 100 pieces included, and I've got 4 different colors, as you can see in my hand. We can start with the first color, which is the magic black. As you can see, these are very smooth and glossy, jet black, great coating on these pearls, have an overall kind of patent leather type of appearance. And then we have the selection called dark gray. This has just the slightest hint of brown to it as well, so it's giving off kind of that more taupe cast, and these have that overall kind of brushed but still smooth and satiny metallic like finish. And then next up we have the light blue. We had also seen these in the 4mm size. These are just slightly larger. And you can see just through the bag how as the pearls get a little bit larger, the holes are even cleaner just right out of the gate. And without these even being on strands, these are loose pearls, and you can see they're just in great shape. I haven't had a single one at all that has any areas of chipping or missing coating, and I'm looking, but these are definitely a high quality alternative. And then the final bag is just what they're calling blue. This is a very classic, like a deep sea blue, and they just have done a really great job imitating that actual fresh pearl feel. Next, for our rounds, they've included 2 colors of 8mm rounds, and you'll get 1 to 2 colors of those in your box, so 10 to 20 pieces. First, I have the 8mm size in the malachite color, which is this deep forest green. And there's a close-up look at this color. So many gorgeous shades of green in these pearls. I like seeing all the different colors that Preciosa has to offer. And it's nice to get a sampler like this all in one shot. You don't have to purchase large quantities of maybe just a couple different colors, but you get to have a better overall feel for their entire range. And then the other color I received in the 8mm size is called Sage. So we also saw these in the 4mm size. I also got them in this slightly larger size, again with that smooth and glossy opaque deep sage green coating. You'll also receive one bag of 10mm rounds, and the color I received for the 10mm is the light gray. So the color they were calling dark gray is this one. That's the one I said had a little bit of a brownish hue to it. And this is the light gray. This is definitely more of a cooler gray, more like an aluminum silver color. And here are those 12mm pearls I was talking about. You'll get one bag containing 3 12mm pearls, perfect for a pair of earrings plus a pendant perhaps. And this is the peacock green color, so I really want to see these in that larger size. And here we go. So very smooth, substantial pearls. They have that extra little bit of weight to them, so you can tell they're not like acrylic or a lesser quality pearl. They have that crystal interior that you can feel the larger that the pearls are. And besides the rounds, we're also going to see some additional shapes in their range. And you can see that they have included 2 bags of the 10x6mm pear drops. I have the light blue and I also have the sage. So we've taken a look at these colors before. And now you can see them in an alternate shape. They have the hole that runs through the length of the bead. Really gorgeous. Loving that very smooth and glossy opaque coating. Not seeing any chipped areas or anything. You'll also receive 2 bags of the 15x8mm larger pear-shaped pearls. I have magic black there on top, just like the rounds that we saw earlier. And I also have the light green color. So there's 6 of each of those colors for a total of 12 in this size. This is that light green, also has a bit of a golden hue to it as well. And our final bag contains the elliptical pearls. These are in the color blue. You can see these are kind of a nugget shape. You'll get one color of those. Gorgeous satiny deep blue, and the hole runs through the center of these beads, but they have that more organic or asymmetrical appearance. So once again, that was the Romeo box, and isn't it amazing how much they're able to pack into one of these small hot pink boxes? I think you'll really like the range of colors, sizes, shapes, and the overall feel of the Preciosa pearls. And I definitely recommend this way of sampling them, especially if you've been wanting to get your hands on some of these. And I know they're in very, very high demand. Some suppliers having a very hard time getting their hands on the Preciosa pearls right now. So that is color option number 1, and then color option number 2 called Juliet. Let's take a sneak peek. This one's gorgeous as well. That would be a really tough choice for me because there's so many beautiful shades that I'm already seeing in this one too, and so many in the Romeo box that are gorgeous as well. So we're going to see the same quantities of beads in the Juliet box, just in these different colors. And once again, if you get both, it's going to kind of complete that range of colors for you, giving you more of the full spectrum of what they have to offer. So we start out just like we did before with the 4mm size, and I'm going to bring up these 3 purples together so you can just kind of compare the different shades. There's some subtle differences. We have the pearlescent violet on the very bottom. It's got just a hint of a pink to this color. It's kind of a mid-range purple shade with that beautiful pearlescent finish. In the center we have lavender. Doesn't have as much of the pinkish cast added to the purple as the violet, just a beautiful light lavender. And then on the top we have light burgundy, kind of a plum, a deep, rich, reddish purple shade. Then we have some of our reddish tones. On the top we have the pearlescent red. Isn't that gorgeous? Take these out. Those are so stunning. You can tell they're a bright cherry red underneath that lustery golden shine that they give off. And then we have a bag containing dark copper, so definitely more of an orangey shade of red, also deeper than the other color we just looked at, and I would say more of a brick red shade. We also have some cream and gold. There is pearlescent cream. Look at the gorgeous, subtle pearlescent luster on the cream. Oh my goodness, that is beautiful. And then the soft metallic gold, which is called, well, it's just called gold, everybody. There you go. It is beautiful. These two are definitely classic colors for sure. I'd want to have on hand, and I'm especially loving the pearlescent cream. We might see some of the cream color without the pearlescence. As we move to the other contents, we'll see. And then next I have 5 bags of the 6mm color choices, and I really like what they did here because these are very classic pearl colors, and this gives you a way to look at these all together and kind of compare them, because sometimes it's hard to get a feel for whites and creams if you're trying to be really specific and match something unless you put it up against something else. But first we have this bright pop of red. These are the cranberry colored pearls. They remind me of like little holly berries, except maybe a bit more toned down. Beautiful coating on these as well. And then let's compare some of these neutrals. So on the top, we have this color called Vanilla. It's definitely got a hint of gold in the color, making these a little bit more golden in appearance compared to these other neutrals. Our next color right here is called Cream Rose. So similar to the vanilla, just lighter, has even less of that gold cast and making it look even more creamy. And then next we have the pearlescent cream and the pearlescent white. We saw the pearlescent cream in the 4mm size. Here it is in the 6mm, and then you can compare that to the more stark white, also with the pearlescent coating. Next up, I have a bag of 8mm, and this is the color Bordeaux. So it's like the red counterpart of the burgundy shade we took a look at that was more purple. This is a deep, rich, velvety berry red. Then we have a bag of the 10mm size, and this is the color pearlescent yellow. Here's a closer look at these. You can see they're like a pale, buttery yellow color and have that gorgeous pearlescent finish. And then we have our largest 12mm size, the 3 included in the color Rosaline. We're also going to take a look at a peach color in a little bit that is actually called peach. These are very, very similar to that color that you'll see in a couple minutes, but they just have the slightest light pink cast, in addition to being also what I would call very peachy looking. Next up, we have our 2 bags of 10 by 6mm pear-shaped pearls. We have the cream on the bottom, and then on the top, it's called Salmon Rose, a gorgeous, more opaque peach color there. We also have our 2 color options in the 15 by 8mm pear pearl shape. On the top is that color called Bordeaux, that very deep, rich berry red. And then underneath that, this is violet. So we took a look at the pearlescent violet before, comparing the violet to the lavender. They're very similar colors, but the violet to me has just a slight additional pinkish undertone. And then we're going to end it with our elliptical pearls in the color peach. So these are very similar to that Rosaline color, but they don't have as much of that pinkish cast. These nugget beads with their great looking coating, even though they're a little bit more irregular, and that substantial crystal feel. So there you have it, the complete selection from the Romeo and Juliet Special Deals boxes put together by Beading School, a limited time special deal, a €49 value in each of these boxes that you can either pick up separately or pick up as a bundle and get that free pattern and free shipping. And once again, I will leave those links right down below the video if you'd like to go to their website and check it out. They will ship internationally anywhere in the world, and the currency conversion, like I said at the beginning, will be done for you. It's really a smooth checkout process. I think this was an awesome way to see a huge lineup of the Preciosa pearls all at once. I know it really helped me to get a better feel for the Preciosa pearls and what they have to offer. Seeing these colors and actually feeling these in my hands and seeing them up close, comparing the colors, is really helpful. It also takes a lot of the guesswork out of picking and choosing colors on my own. So I hope you all really enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful for you to take a close-up look at these boxes and maybe get your hands on some of these if you're able to. Feel free to leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think of the Preciosa pearl lineup or anything else you'd like to say. I'd love for you to give the video a big thumbs up while you're here, and also hit that subscribe button because I'd love to have you back. I know you're going to be seeing some of these Preciosa pearls in future finished pieces and tutorials, so I hope you'll stick around with me. Until next time, I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day, and as always, happy beading.